A baking company well known for its ice cream cones is expanding its production footprint in Hermitage. The Joy Baking Group is building a new 100,000 square foot cookie plant. It's a sweet expansion that has the company hiring new workers to oversee the lines. Joy's president and CEO took us on an exclusive tour to see how some of America's favorite treats are made right here at home.
The iconic ice cream cone that allows us to hold on to a taste of summer and childhood memories comes off of conveyor belts in Hermitage. The Joy Baking Group is a business that runs in the family.
I grew up knowing about it, hearing about it, and when I was 10 years old, I was coming over and walking into the plant, and along with my siblings and cousins, just from an early age.
The company dates back to 1918, when people started indulging in ice cream in the early 1900s. David George's grandfather, Albert George, and Thomas J. Thomas, both immigrants, started what was the George and Thomas Cone Company.
So it was kind of like just the opportunity came along, and it was, let's give it a shot. And of course, the rest is history.
Spring and summer is the busy season, with 10 million cones made each day. They're boxed up and shipped out to retail stores, ice cream shops, fast food chains, and manufacturers that use them for frozen ice cream treats in grocery stores.
In our sugar cones, we use pure brown sugar. That gives it a richer, tastier product. It also makes it stronger. And in our cake cones, we use more sugar than our competitors would use. So you have it's not a super sweet taste, kind of like a Cheerio sweetness, but you get a nice, crunchy, flaky, sweet taste with the ice cream. They're basically the ingredients. You got oils down below. You have sugar, bags of sugar, different cornstarch, so all kinds of stuff. You got some corrugated boxes as well. So pretty much anything that we need to mix with the product.
When we got here, and even in this room, it smells amazing. Is that a perk of the job?
It really is a perk. I mean, every day you come to work and it smells really, really good. And if you think about it in your own kitchen at home, if you've baked cookies or someone's been baking cookies, your kitchen smells great. And that's what it smells like here pretty much every day.
While the company is best known for its cones, the Joy Baking Group is in the process of expanding its production lines right now to take on a larger sector of the cookie business.
You start in the mixing room where we bring all the ingredients in, you mix it, and cookies are made with a dough. So the dough is then mixed up and it's conveyed into this room where a rotary molder cuts out the shape of the cookie.
Next comes the baking and cooling before the sweet cream filling to make the cookie sandwiches complete.
They'll be made into a nice sandwich cookie. We'll chill it down and then we chop it up.
And those are all made for either ice cream sandwiches or cookies for inclusions in ice cream. So this expansion that we've just started recently is a 200,000 square foot addition. We'll be able to put a new cookie line in place by the end of this year. And we'll be able to grow continually in that side of the business. In our cookie lines, we have one here and one in Iowa, and they're sold out. So we need more capacity.
Opportunities to offer cookies to buyers on a growing scale and high consumer demand makes this supply chain a sweet investment with staying power. Cookies reign king as the #1 confection included in ice cream. Joy's cookie plant expansion broke ground just before the start of 2024 with the goal of having the entire new plant complete by the end of October. George says he'll need to hire almost 50 employees for the new cookie plant. And the company has about 70 jobs open at the cone plant right now. Aside from sweet perks at work, the Joy Baking Group is 100% employee-owned. Local workers are needed to oversee and ensure the sweet finale to a meal and treasured treats make it to store shelves or an ice cream shop near you.
Are you hungry yet? Oh, it smelled so good in there. Another local favorite is a big Joy Cone customer tomorrow night, only here on 21 News at 5. You're going to learn more about the history of Handel's ice cream and the plans to expand across the country. You won't believe how many Handels they're going to add. Anyone interested in applying for one of Joy Baking Group's sweet career opportunities, just head over to joybakingroup.com. A Youngstown-based ice cream maker has been serving up scoops since 1945. This year, Handel's homemade ice cream will grow its franchise footprint, reaching more customers across the country. What started as a gas station ice cream treat has morphed into a national family favorite with plenty more places it could go.
Let me take out some ice cream.
It's that special mix of not too hard packed and not soft serve.
It seems real fluffy coming out too.
Oh, it is.
Handel's ice cream flavors are made fresh daily.
Always be the same. Homemade ice cream on premises. We'll never make it in a factory and then deliver it a week later and then store it frozen. This is what makes us unique.
With a growing following, the local ice cream shop turned franchise is popping up in new corners of the country, including Pennsylvania, Tennessee, the Chicago area, down south, and out west. Another 30 Handel's franchises will open in 2024, setting up in strategic areas to maintain quality and make sure Handel's does not lose its charm.
It's people that lived in Youngstown that moved missed Handel's ice cream. So they want to open up, Handel's in California. Our first one was not in Redondo Beach, in Upland, and they were from Stowe, but they lived in California. So we opened up in Upland. And then there's a show, it used to be called Judging Amy. I don't know if you remember it. She was a lawyer, whatever, and for some reason they put Handel's ice cream on the dinner table in one of the episodes, and the woman that did that product placement, she said, we should open up a Handel's. That's in Redondo Beach. So it started to grow from there, as we got more and more in California, because in California, I think we have probably 35 locations now.
Lenny Fisher bought the ice cream business in 1985 with the intention of growing a little, opening a second Handel's in 1987. Not taking on too much to make sure he had time to watch his kids grow up. But soon enough, more Handel's ice cream stands opened, and the franchising eventually took off.
Handel's is now 125 stores and counting. It's come a long way from its original shop in Youngstown when it had fewer flavors and sweet dreams of turning a big profit to take on its chain competitors.
Handel's ice cream has deep roots. It started in 1945 when Alice Handel began selling ice cream out of her husband's gas station at the corner of Market and Midlothian. The same year, the first floating ice cream parlor debuted for sailors in the Western Pacific when World War II ended.
The first batch, as the story says, it was strawberry ice cream. And she actually grew strawberries in her backyard. And she used those strawberries to make her first batch. And it wasn't a machine of this size, a little bit small. Instead of making, 4 quarts at a time or 4 gallons, she used to make half of that. So it grew and it grew and it grew.
The ice cream industry has a $13.1 billion impact on the U.S. economy. The average American eats roughly 20 pounds of ice cream each year, or about 4 gallons. Handel's continues to serve 48 flavors a day. It has an inventory of about 75 different concoctions, the best selling by far in the Valley.
The most popular in Youngstown is chocolate pecan, bar none. Bar none. When I first bought Handel's, Alice was making 75 gallons of that every day. Every day we'd make 25 batches of it, every day. Across the country, you have different flavors, like in California, it might be banana cream pie or something like that. And if you go like to Pennsylvania, they love anything with peanut butter. So the peanut butter flavors are very popular. So it all depends where you are, in the country. But here, chocolate pecan is still #1.
Is the secret to mix in those toppings a certain way to have, the flavor pop?
No, you just want to make sure you get enough in there. You never want to skimp. Do you think we have enough in there?
I don't know. Maybe a little more.
There are people that have been coming here for 30 years. They've never had another flavor but chocolate pecan. Never. It's just, there's something about this flavor. Like if you go to the East Coast, they like darker chocolates, really dark chocolate, which we have one. But here in the Midwest, it's all about a lighter chocolate.
Whether it's 1 scoop or 2, Handel's fans order their frozen favorites year-round.
You want it to be that.
Fisher says his goal is to hit 200 locations by 2025.
So you have that.
Some franchise owners will actually sign up for what is called an area development, where they will actually open multiple ice cream shops within a region. Of course, the goal here, as he mentioned, also having to maintain quality and the brand. They want to keep it intact. To watch either of our suite expansion features this week, just head over to the 21 News app. More to come here on 21 News at 5 after the break.